Hey guys, welcome back to the channel McNallie Money, home of all things stock, investment, and personal finance related. Now for today's video, we've got a special guest for you. The CEO of Yerbae, Todd Gibson, is going to be joining us to talk about their Q2 results. I'm really excited to get into this one, but before we do, please take a second, hit the like button, you guys. It's a big help to myself and the channel. If you're not already subscribed, McNallie Money, feel free to join. And let me know in the comment section below if you're currently holding shares of Yerbae, what you think about Todd's remarks, and what you thought about the performance of the company in Q2. Now with that being said, let's get into today's interview. Okay guys, so that's right. Today's video, backed by popular demand, we've got Todd Gibson. He's the co-founder and CEO of Yerbaé Brands. And Todd, we've had you on twice now. We're here to talk about Q2 results. I don't know if you guys have been drinking a bunch of Yerbae yourself or what, but there's a lot going on there. You've got sports celebrities, you've got celebrity investment rounds, you've got new flavors, share price has been doing really well. Welcome back, and wow, what a great story to be talking about.
Hey, look, I'm happy to be back. I'm at McNallie Money. This is incredible. We have so much news to share that, within our short 15 minutes, I'm not sure we can get it all in, but we'll do our best, right?
Hey, 20 is okay too. So for people who maybe missed those initial videos, Todd, a quick summary of Yerbaé Brands. What are you guys all about? What are your current operations? What are people really getting here if they're investing in this company?
Great. Well, here, let me start with the brands. So first, here's our brand. It's called Yerbaé Brands Co. We are a healthy alternative to like the mainstream energy drink marketplace. We're sold primarily here in the lower 48 United States. The company is based here in Scottsdale. Carrie and I are the co-founders in the company. And the vision around the company was bringing together a health and wellness version of energy drinks. We fell in love with yerba mate. One day we blended it with distilled sparkling water, and we looked at each other and said, I cannot believe nobody is doing this in the marketplace. And we were so excited to be the first at that time. And now fast forward to where we are today, we're seeing some incredible growth in the business and in some incredible news that we're about to announce here in just a minute or two.
Great. And yeah, for anyone who's not familiar with Todd and your wife, Carrie, you guys are quite the power couple. You've really made a name for yourself in the beverage space, and obviously she's quite formidable as well. So I would encourage you guys to go back and look at kind of that origin story because it's pretty interesting. Now, Todd, you've had a long career in the beverage space with some of the top names. What would you say differentiates Yerbaé Brands from some of the other beverage players?
All right, so first, did you just call me old for being in the marketplace so long?
Long career, I call it. Long career, experienced.
It's been a good time in this industry. When I look at the beverage business as a whole, right? As companies come in and they enter, there's a handful of phases that happen. And I'll use an example. We were just watching an archive CNBC interview on one of my former partners who had created a brand called Body Armor. And it took them 5 years to get to $10 million. Jeez. They had spent $75 million to get to $10 million. But now where they're at as an organization, they're selling $1 billion a year as a brand. Sometimes it just takes that extra moment or two to make that unique connection with your audience members, like the people that are actually going to pick this up and drink this on a day in and day out basis. Well, we're starting to feel that moment today at this company. And it didn't take us $75 million to get here. It didn't take us 5 years, right? We are here. We are well above the $10 million mark. And by the way, as a reminder to everybody in the audience, all of our dollars are reflected in US dollars. With our company, as we continue to grow, we continue to emerge, and we continue to break through these new barriers, we're finding new retail outlets that are highly receptive to our brand. We're finding new consumers that are looking for a healthier way to get their energy. And we are so proud to be at that moment, at this incredible inflection point, that you've seen in some of our financials, whether it was Q1 that was over 130% in sales growth, or Q2, which was up, a measly 122% in sales growth. No matter how you slice this apple, we are growing and we're connecting to new audience members, and we couldn't be any more proud of what each and every one of our team members are doing. And I'm so thankful that of the fans that are out there that are drinking our product, we've got loyal consumers, and they're stacking on top of each other. Our subscription rate keeps going up, our in-store sales rate keeps going up, and as well as our company sales obviously are organically following that entire trend. So that was a really long answer to your question, but thank you.
No, there was a lot of good stuff in there. It is a good call out. You guys are listed in Canada here, but you trade or your operations are in the US dollars in the financials. You've got some huge brand ambassadors I know that you're announcing. It feels like every week or so. And then we're going to get into the Q2 results, but I know that you've announced some big news in the last 3 months. So what would you say kind of is the most notable top 2 or 3 things before we get into Q2 here, Todd?
Boy, I would tell you, even beyond just the celebrity round that we're about to talk about, there is a couple moments that have happened that we've seen, like these meteoric rises that I felt at some of our previous companies. Like, for instance, Amazon, they run a Prime Day every year. And, typically you see your Prime Day from the year prior to the next year, you typically grow 10, 5, maybe max 15%. We blew the numbers out from Prime Day, which was one of the busiest shopping days midsummer this year. And the consumer retention rate, we're sitting at a 79% retention rate right now on Amazon. That is an incredible retention rate. You've seen like our gross profit dollars continue to increase. So our profit margin, we're getting better, in the marketplace, and we're far exceeding over our peers. And most notably, as recent as yesterday or today, actually, we just made the announcement that we raised over $4.4 million from a bunch of celebrities, right, here in the U.S., right, mostly in the football space. But, yet to be announced, there's going to be more. You're going to see people from Major League Baseball. You're going to see people from Major League Soccer. Plus everybody that was just named in the NFL press release. I mean, we have so many incredible moments that, whether it's growth at retail stores, whether it's Amazon through e-commerce, or whether it's field engagement with the consumers, we are starting to hit on all cylinders, and we are so excited about this moment.
Yeah, I saw that. It's interesting you bring up the Amazon Prime Day. Was it 30%? I feel like that's I feel like that's the number. I'm pretty good with numbers. I'm not good with names, but 30% was the number that I thought I saw there, so that's good. And it really has been an incredible story. I also like how you mentioned your subscription clientele or funnel there. Can you tell us a little bit about what that is? Is that a customer loyalty kind of thing, or?
Yeah, well, I mean, essentially, if you buy anything from Amazon or like on our website, there's generally a subscription offer to where you get a slight discount on the product to get it delivered to you, once every 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever the frequency of your choice is. And our subscription rate is up about 42% versus prior year. And those are some of your most valuable customers because their loyalty is held there. And consumers that are drinking the product consistently, like the smart brands are focusing in on, how do you get a couple 100,000 of these people, right, that are just incredibly loyal to the brand, and our goal is to connect with as many as we possibly can, as fast as we possibly can. But the other part is you can only spend your dollars once, so you have to do it as efficient as you possibly can at the same time. So for us, that is a core focus, and we've been reaping the benefits from it all year long. And just today, we had the Green Bay Packers just ordered, a few $1,000s worth of product for the stadium, and we see incredible moments like that continue to open up week over week.
Amazing. Yeah, recurring revenue. Everyone loves it. Companies love it. Investors love it. Retail investors, everybody loves it. So Q2, I saw the numbers come out. What was it, 122% over Q2 last year. You say measly triple-digit revenue growth. That's impressive, and this is a competitive space. We've covered a few beverage companies. Everybody wants to be the next Monster Energy, and it's hard to make a name for yourself here. So I guess I was going to ask, why do you think you were able to achieve that? It sounds like, just based on what we've talked about, you've got a very loyal customer base, but what were some of the other highlights there, Todd?
Well, let me start by giving your audience the baseline. There are thousands of new beverages that launch every year. And of those thousands of beverages that launch every year, very few of them, less than 10%, will ever make it to $1 million in sales. And then from that, less than 10% of that group will ever make it to $5 million in sales. And we're very, very fortunate to where, we're well over $1 million a month in sales from the company. And we're seeing that growth month over month. And we're seeing new subscribers coming in. But to really lean into what's driving that significant growth is, we're feeling it from all angles. It's not just coming in, just from e-com. It's not just coming in from traditional grocery. It's hitting from natural foods. It's also coming in from club business. As you may or may not remember, Costco has made some pretty big bets on our company as of recent. Sprouts Farmers Market is driving significant growth versus prior year, and that's a customer that we've been on their shelf for 5 years, and we have over 80% growth during that last quarter. So I mean, it's just an incredible run that we're having, and we're just connecting with consumers that are truly looking for those health and wellness options that are in the marketplace. And we feel good about it. Sometimes it's the right place at the right time. Sometimes it's your marketing message that's making the connection. Sometimes it's an influencer that said, "Hey, I love this brand," and all of a sudden it went viral and crazy. And I don't know if you're big onto TikTok or Instagram, but we have taken the sorority scene by storm across the country. And if you guys go to TikTok, you'll see we've got viral moments that have happened on 7 college campuses so far. And as a viral moment measured by TikTok is over 1 million views on the videos. And we have 7 of them that all went up in the last 3 weeks that have connected, whether it's University of Georgia, University of Alabama, Arizona, Colorado. They're all over the country. And these sororities are they're doing such an incredible job spreading the brand awareness for us, and now we're starting to enter college campuses, and that's another big win, right? We won't see that until the third quarter, but our product is up and on college campuses, so it's a very exciting time for the company, and we're seeing the growth coming from all different angles.
No doubt. Yeah, and I would imagine it's really a combination of a lot of those and the experience you guys bring, right? And I find with a lot of these consumer brands, it's kind of that critical mass moment, or that feeling I think you mentioned you feeling there, Todd, where it's the snowball effect, right? Enough people are talking about it and drinking it and showing it and sharing it that it just grows exponentially. And that's what's so fun as a retail investor, is to be able to identify those companies before the big guys get in there, which is what I love. So the other number that stood out for me, and why I personally like beverage companies, the margins are awesome. The gross margins, I want to say, improved from 50 to 56%. That's great. So how does that compare to other people in the market? And is that getting close to kind of the maximum, or are we going to continue to see some improvement there?
Well, I think you nailed it. I do believe that there's always areas to improve, but what you'll see out of most beverage companies, whether it's Celsius or Monster or ourselves, you'll see a little bit of fluctuation. So what ends up happening is when your e-commerce, takes a larger percentage within the quarter, or whether your natural foods takes a larger percentage of the quarter, you'll see your gross margin be on the higher end of your range. When your club stores take a larger percentage of your volume, you'll see it on the lower end of your range. But our range currently sits roughly between the two numbers that you just reflected there, and we do see that as being steady as she goes. That's we believe that is a sustainable model within our industry. And our peers, whether you look at, if you pull up Celsius and you look at their gross margin, they're at 45%. You pick up Monster and you look up their gross margin from the last quarter, that's at 52%. And so we're right there with the big guys, and we are a much smaller organization, but yet, we are built for size and scale to compete, and we're very excited about that.
Nice. Yeah, and I like sororities as much as the next guy too, so I don't want to take away from that. But the gross margin was really good to see, not to mention the revenue growth on top of that. So now I know you've been excited to talk about this. We've mentioned it a few times. You have a celebrity investment round going on, which is super cool. Not only are you getting investment dollars for the company, but you're also getting these influencers and celebrities in the community, many of which are sports, which is really going into its season right now. Talk to us a little bit about this. Why do you like this strategy, and how does it work?
Well, Bryce, when we were talking about it, as you're a growth company, you're going to continue to raise funds periodically to continue to support the business, and it's going to take time until the company becomes profitable. But as the company needs to raise funds, we've decided to deploy a new strategy into this. We said, you know what, we can go to the VC market, we can go to the PE market. We're publicly traded. We can offer up public equity to the marketplace. But we took a different approach. We said, okay, look, let's go into the sports community. I don't know if you remember or not, but CrossFit has really embraced our brand, and we've now become one of the biggest brands in the CrossFit community. And so it opened our eyes and said, well, what other sports entities really would engage with us? So we met this guy who runs this organization called the QB Collective, which is kind of like think of it like an NFL, like kind of combine, where all of the emerging talent, whether it's high school, college, whatever, they go, they train with professional coaches, they train with NFL coaches. And we made this incredible connection with Richmond and many of his coaches that he works with. And we discovered something that all of these guys, they were looking for something healthier, a better alternative. None of them wanted to drink Red Bull or Monster anymore. The common thing that I hear is like, it's like cigarettes. Back in 1980, it was popular for everybody to smoke cigarettes. Now it's frowned upon to smoke cigarettes, especially smoking cigarettes at a desk. Well, a lot of people don't want to walk in and sit down with a Monster or Red Bull on their desk because it's like they're smoking cigarettes at their desk, right? Yeah. That's the way that they viewed it. And, for us, maybe it was the right place, maybe it was the right time, maybe it was the engagement, or it could just be the fact that we have created a product that is truly a healthier alternative within the energy drink space. It delivers on it, but it delivers it from plants. The first ingredient's water. The next six are from plants, and the last one is a mineral. So, I mean, it's something that the consumers and these high-profile athletes, they can consume, and it doesn't hinder them in their speed and growth. And, guys like Kyle Shanahan, you saw, he's the head coach of the San Francisco 49ers. He was our first investor that came into the celebrity round. And he came in and he put out a great quote. He's like, literally in a publicly traded company's press release, the word crap is in there. And you don't see that very often, but I am not going to mess with Kyle Shanahan's quote. His quote simply was, I don't want crap in my beverages. And that's why he loves our product. And he tells everybody that same story. And we're so proud to have him and Lincoln Riley and Ejiro Evero and Ben Johnson and Richmond Flowers and all the others that we've named along the way. We have an incredible roster that just keeps growing. And we're hoping that their audience members really engage with the brand.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. It's a quality product and they're quality people, so it's a good combo. And I'm laughing because there's a guy at my old office every single day would bring in a Red Bull, and every single morning I'd be like, man, how do you drink that crap in the morning? And I didn't use the word crap, but you don't feel good about yourself. It's a short-term buzz, and then you just kind of burn out from it or whatever. So no, these are always awesome, Todd. I appreciate you sharing the light there.
Well, just as a reminder, I was a part of the team that built the first energy drink in North America. That was Hansen's Energy. You know it as Monster. So I just went on record calling Monster crap, which is weird because I was a part of that team. But here's the reality. It's a great beverage company. They've done incredible things. They've built a massive multi-billion-dollar empire. but it's time for change. It's time for the consumers to find a healthier alternative, and we hope they choose us. We truly hope they choose us.
And that, you nailed it there. People's choice and taste and interest stuff changes over time, right? So you need to evolve with it. Now, Todd, you can close us out here with your final thoughts. Where can people get more information? What should we watch for on the horizon? You mentioned there's some more celebrity or sports announcements coming. Final thoughts for the viewers here?
Yeah, no, a couple ways. So one, go to my LinkedIn, right? On LinkedIn, look me up, Todd Gibson, right? Obviously, Yerbae. Go to the Yerbae page. Sign up and follow us on Yerbae on LinkedIn. Follow me. Or go to our Instagram or TikTok. We don't release all of our press releases on Instagram and TikTok, or you could just go to our website, investors@yerba.com. And there you can find all of our financial results, our press releases, new information from the company. There's lots of ways to find the information. And if you're so willing to go dig through CEDAR up there in Canada, boy, there's a lot of information up there, but boy, you have to be willing to commit some time when you go into CEDAR.
I'll tell you what, most people aren't willing to go into CEDAR, and that's why they watch my channel. But I'll leave all those links to websites and LinkedIn and Instagram and Twitter or X or whatever it's called all around the video here so you guys can see. Todd, you're one of my favorite guests. I really enjoy having you. It's always a good chat. Company is absolutely crushing it. I can't wait to see Q3. We'll keep a close eye on the press releases, and we hope to have you back soon.
Man, thank you again for helping us distribute the message to your audience and the world, man. We really appreciate it. Thanks, Bryce.
Anytime. Take care.